And so, Nasty C's song Jack has surpassed 5 million streams on Spotify, becoming Nasty C's first solo song to reach that milestone. Also having been #1 in 4 different African countries when it dropped, with the song being produced by a rapper, Flame, which is historical on its own because this song is currently the most streamed South African solo hip-hop song, which is something that even people who are career producers still don't have in their bio. But some quick information on the song: Jack was taken off the Here Comes the Break podcast mixtape and made his debut in the same podcast produced by Def Jam, in which Nasty C also detailed how he thought he was going to die at the hands of American police.
I was in New York shooting a video with A$AP Ferg King, and I had a mild taste of that whole situation. We were shooting in, I think we were in Harlem, on some rooftop, and I don't know what happened, but we got raided, and it was like 13 cops upstairs, like putting us in a line, making us put our IDs on the floor and shit, our hands up. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? And this was fresh out of seeing like all these videos in this series, so I was like, I'm for sure dying right now. I'm dying to the hands of policemen. This is crazy. But luckily nothing happened, and I just decided to make a song and just get it off my chest.
But the link for that is down below. That song actually put Flame in the spotlight for the first time, at least on that scale, as a producer. After which, Apple Music put out a playlist of songs produced by Flame, which included songs by ENQUIRIES, Ricky Rick, and Mash Beats. But his moment in the spotlight was soon cut after that Jack music video disappeared from YouTube, and it soon became clear that Flame had used a sample from Exquisite Beats, which was not cleared. But the issue was seemingly fixed after Nasty C had assured his fans that his team was working on it.
I that made the sample pack and then put that sample pack out for free. So that's what I'm assuming. I don't even know, but I think that's what happened. It was a legal thing, so we're trying to work it out right now so I can put it back up. If it's not that, it's really just somebody hating.
And even though all of that happened, that song came back to streaming platforms and not only continued to blow, but just beat out any other solo Nasty C song, which has had 2 different reactions. Other people say that Def Jam had a major push on not only the song, but the podcast, which may have led to some of the song's success. And this may be evident if you look at the playlist features, because even though the playlist reach did fall quite significantly, looking at the 19th of August compared to the 20th, when the song got removed from Spotify's Most Necessity playlist after a month, like you would expect, the number of playlists that song was in never actually declined. They rised a bit and maintained quite throughout. And it is not a lot of songs that can actually maintain that level of playlist features. And if you look at this playlist closely, you'll see that some of them are owned by Universal, some by some Doja people as well as some listeners, and Spotify a lot. But some other people argue that the playlist features may not mean that there was a big label push, because if you had to curate a playlist today, there are still high chances that you will include that song because it clearly is a fan favorite, and you're able to see this when you analyze data from other platforms like Instagram. Because even though you'll see some of the top creators and brands having made the top reels, most of the views come from normal accounts with smaller number of followers. And the situation is the same on TikTok, where it has almost 5 million views. But regardless of how you see it, Flame and Nasty C have just broken not only SA Hip Hop Records, but also Nasty C's own record, which comes at a time when Flame openly said that he wanted a collaboration project with Nasty C, of which Flame said Nasty C said he was working on an album.
Crazy thing is, I don't know, but I always think about this a lot, but I feel like me and Nasty would have a crazy joint project.
I was literally thinking about Nasty as an Austin.
I actually did hit him up about it, but he's just been busy working on his album, so I was just like, yo, I understand. Because I also get like that most of the time, so I'm like, yo, just hit me up when you're ready, yeah.
But that may very well be an excuse, because Nasty C has openly said as well that he uses that response as a way to evade feature requests.
See, when I first met Sako there, he wouldn't shake my hand. Cool. I'm not too proud to say I'm still a fan, but I held a grudge and told myself to wait till I'm the man. I'll never give that man a verse, and boy did I stick to my plan. 2 requests over the years and I declined them both. Making up some dumb excuse like I'm in album mode.
But at this point, it kind of looks like Nasty C has a record he could hold on to but many records he could potentially break if he ever was to do a project with Flame. But you guys, tell us what you think. What is your view? Comment down below. Do you think Flame and STC are the hip-hop combo that SA hip-hop needs? I don't know. Tell us what you think.